Good day everyone. Our today's lesson is the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism using cubic centimeter and cubic meter. So let us have a review of the past lesson. So look at this figure. We have 4 centimeter height, 5 centimeter length, 2 centimeter width. Our first question is, how many cubic centimeter are there in the first layer? So you may look at the first layer of this figure and how many cubic centimeters are there. Next, how many layers of cubic centimeter will it take to fill the box? So we have the first layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer. So you may now think how many layers of cubic centimeter will it take to fill the box. Then, what is the total cubic centimeter are needed to fill the box? So the entire box, how many cubic centimeter are needed in order to fill this box? Therefore, what is your understanding about the volume of the box? And now, let's proceed with our topic, volume of rectangular prism and a cube. Volume with a capital B is the number of cubic units needed to fill the spatial figure. It is the amount that will occupy space of the figure. Volume is three-dimensional. When we say three-dimensional, we call it 3D. Process of measuring the spatial figure. It is composed of the area of the base, times width, then times the height. Or V as in victory is equal to LWH. That is why every answer in cubic units, cubic inches, cubic centimeter, cubic meter, and etc. A cube is an example of spatial figure that has 3 dimensions. So look at this cube. Since all the faces of the cube are perfectly squares, the length, the width, and the height are equal. The side of the squares are also called edges. So the side of the square are called edges of the cube, and S is the symbol used. Thus, the formula to find the volume of cube is S times S times S, or S to the third power. So S is equal to 3 centimeter, and we are looking for volume, substituting its S for its side measure. Our length is 3 centimeter, our width is 3 centimeter, and our height is 3 centimeter. Therefore, our volume is 27 cubic centimeter. 3 times 3 times 3. 27 cubic centimeter is read as 27 cubic centimeter. This is it. Then, we know that for a rectangular prism, the base is always a rectangle. Therefore, the area of the base is always the product of length and width. To get the volume, we just multiply the area by the height. Volume of rectangular prism is equal to area of rectangle times height of the prism, or simply V is equal to L times W times height. So let us apply the given to our formula. B is equal to 5, which is our length, times 3, which is our width, and times 4, which is our height. So 5 times 3 times 4 centimeter is equal to 60 cubic centimeter. Ready and study the problem below. A storage box is 60 centimeter by 40 centimeter by 30 centimeter. So what is the volume of the box? The volume of rectangular prism is equal to the product of its length, width, and height. So let us answer. Our length is 60 centimeter, our width is 40 centimeter, and our height is 30 centimeter. And the answer is 72,000 cubic centimeter. So, let us do this activity. Or, let us see this example. Study the figure below and analyze the given unit of measure to find its volume. Number 1, we're looking for volume. 2 centimeter, our height with 3 centimeter, our width, and 5 centimeter our length. So 5 times 3 times 2 centimeter, the answer is 30 cubic centimeter. For number 2, let us get the volume. So we're looking for the volume. So 10 is our 10 times 60 is equal 60, which our the area, times 4, which is our height. The answer is 240 cubic meter. And for number 3, we're looking for the volume, and this is an example of a cube. So all length, width, and height are equals to 3. So 3 times 3 times 3, the answer is 27. And all the units are in centimeter, so we put cubic centimeter. And now move to the solid figure in number 1 and 2 are both rectangular prism. The third figure is also a prism, but since the length, width, and height are all the same, it has a special name. It is called a cube. If the length, width, and height are equal, we can substitute S for the length, width, height, and form a special formula for finding the volume. Like this, volume is equals to S times S times S instead of L times W times height. So, S to the third power, the formula for the volume of a cube. So let us now do this. Estimating and using appropriate units of measure for volume. Elijah has a rectangular box with sand inside it. He wants to know the capacity of the box. What shall he do? What unit of measure will he use? The unit of measurement you will use depend on the size of the objects you will measure. For a tiny object, it is better to use millimeter, cubic millimeter. For small one, we use cubic centimeter or cubic decimeter. And for a big objects, we use cubic meter. Write the best unit of measure to find the volume of the following: cubic millimeter, cubic centimeter, cubic decimeter, and cubic meter. So, number 1, water in a rectangular pool. Number 2, an ice before it melts. Number 3, a dice. 4, a blackboard eraser. Number 5, oil in a rectangular box. We will choose from our answer here: cubic millimeter, cubic centimeter, cubic decimeter, and cubic meter. It depends on the size of each object. Let's move on. For our learning task number 1 for day 2, find the volume of each prism. So we have the length, the first column, the second column, the width, and the third column, the height. And the last column, are open because you will put the correct answer opposite of the three given. So may I read our length for number 1 is 4 meter, width 2.5 meter, and height 3.5 meter. To get the volume, we multiply 4 times 2.5 times 3.5 meter, and the answer is in cubic meters. Up to the last question, which is 16 centimeter, 7 centimeter, and 12 centimeter. So that is what you're going to do for learning task number 1. And now, learning task number 2. Find the volume of the following prism. So number 1 is square, rectangular prism. Number 2 is also rectangular prism. Number 3, a rectangular prism. Number 4 is a cube. And number 5, a rectangular prism. So what are you going to do if the given is in rectangular prism and if the given is in a cube? And for learning task number 3, write the best unit of measure to find the volume of the following. You may choose your answer from the box below. So you will choose your answer from this given: cubic millimeter, cubic centimeter, cubic decimeter, and cubic meter. So we have 10 number. Number 1, a wooden rectangular chopping board. So what is the right answer for this given? Is it cubic millimeter, cubic centimeter, cubic decimeter, or cubic meter? So we have 1 to 10 for that learning task. So move to learning task number 4, which is also your day 4. And now apply the appropriate formula to find each volume. So number 1 is rectangular prism with a length of 5, height of 7, and width of 2 centimeter. Okay, number 2, our given is a cube. So we can use s to the 3rd power. Also the same with number 3, cube. S to the 3rd power. Number 4, we can use the length times width times height because it is in rectangular prism. The same with number 5 with the given 4 meter width, length 6 meter, and height 2 meter. And then for your next things to do, find 3 objects in your house that are rectangular prism or cube. Measure the length, width, and height using the most appropriate unit, then compute for their volume. Write your answer in your notebook together with your drawing or of the object. For example, chopping board. You will measure the length, the width, and the height, and you may put the computation. 3 objects only. And for your assessment, find the volume of the following prism. So we have 5 objects here. So number 1, we have 3 meter, the width, the length is 9 meter, and the height is 5 meter. Get the volume of this rectangular prism together with number 2. All the length, width, and height are given together with number 3. Number 3 is a cube, so you can use s to the 3rd power. The same with number 4. You can use s to the 3rd power to get the volume. But number 5 is a rectangular prism. That's why you can use volume is equals to length times width times height. And that's all for today. I hope you learned from our today's lesson.